Nigeria is currently facing security challenges ranging from insurgency, banditry, kidnapping, cattle rustling, amongst others. The issue of security has been top of public discourse in the country, with many citizens and analysts giving their opinion on ways to secure Nigerians. While Nigerian leaders and security agencies find ways to end this menace, a legal practitioner, Barrister Sebastian Ozoana, weighs in on the matter. Ozoana believes the police need help and is already overstretched.
You find that training and equipment is part of the reasons for the insecurity in this country. So even when you train them well, when they are understaffed, what can they do? No amount of training you will give somebody who is overwhelmed in number that will make him perform. You see, unlike, do you know that South Africa is better policed than Nigeria? Yes, going by their population and the number of people in their police services. But Nigeria, we are just, they don't want to meet up with that United Nations ratio of police to population. So it's good you give them training, give them equipment, but all the same, for as long as they are numerically inferior to what the United Nations says and what reality dictates, there's nothing or little they can do. To tackle insecurity in this country effectively now, I would recommend constitutional amendments that will make it possible for the states and even the local governments to have their own police if they so desire. Under the 1960 Independence Constitution, there was a provision there that any local government that so desires can have their own local police. 1960 Constitution, Independence Constitution, the 1963 Republican Constitution had the same provision. Not even state, local government. So let us have a middle force between the armed forces and the police that will tackle this banditry, kidnapping, and maybe armed robbery. Allow the police to do the normal police duty in the town, the military to do their normal security integrity, territorial integrity of this country, and things like that are provided for in section 217 of the Constitution. I think if we do that, I think insecurity would have been tackled effectively. You have to decentralize the police force.
The Lagos-based lawyer also added his voice to the now famous End SARS protest, which rocked the country in October of 2020. Ozoana is amazed that over 4 months after the protest, the issues raised by the protesters, which the federal government promised to address, seems to have been left unattended to.
I don't think actually the aim has been achieved. Because up to some days ago, you will hear people saying that the so-called change is only in name, not in behavior, not in conduct, not in refined policing. So the reforms we are expecting to see, in my humble opinion, we are yet to see that. We are yet to see a reformed police force, which was lacking in the opinion of young men when the End SARS protest took place. So as far as I'm concerned, people are still waiting to see the reforms that the government will carry out on Nigeria Police Force.
On TV News reports that the legal practitioner reports that to secure Nigeria, the government, security agencies, and its citizens must work together.